Hello friends, hello everyone. Well, I decided that I'm going to share with you a little more about Pop Fashion Week and how did I come up with this idea. And yes, I'm outside right now and I just finished a photo session and I said, you know what, life is not perfect. And let me share with you what it went behind the scenes and how the magic happened, how you helped me the magic to happen. And so I'm actually going to share with you. You can see this is beautiful Florida. And yes, I'm on the bridge, so there are cars coming, but I said, you know what, it's all worth it, friends. So I said, you know what, I couldn't go to New York Fashion Week. And I said, well, how about, I was talking to someone on the phone, and I said, how about we create our own version of it? So in reality, I have been lucky enough to go to, you know, a lot of wonderful fashion events in US, also, you know, to participate in very high-end events in my country. But I said, well, I need to learn. I need to learn on how, you know, how it's run, how it's behind the scene. So believe it or not, but for a few days, I was in YouTube watching some of the biggest names, like, you know, Coach, Versace, you know, Runway in Rouen, in Paris, and etc., including the top 10 best shows of Victoria's Secret. And this is how I kind of came up with the layout. So I said, okay, so this is how we do it. But I said, well, sure, but how do we do it virtually? How do we connect with the designers and how we do that? And then I started reaching out to a lot of designers I know. Some of them weren't available, you know, some of them, like my friend from Australia, it was really like in a bad time of the day. And this is how, friends, I said, okay, let's do it. So then it took me a few days to come up with the vision of it. So I said, well, originally I wanted to be dark red because I felt the dark red, it's really very elegant and beautiful. And then I thought, okay, red and gold looks good. Then I said no. Then I went with silver and I said, well, silver maybe not. So then eventually I picked you know, royal blue, because to me, Pop Fashion Week and your babies and the amazing designers, you are my royalty, and that's what it's all about. So I picked the design, and then, you know, my social media people and my assistant, they were, Vasi, come on, we need to continue creating. And I'm like, give me a day or two, because when I create, it typically takes me a little time to really make sure that this is exactly my vision and this is exactly the message. And on top of it, as we know, PetPix Academy, it's pink, because as you can see, I love pink. So I had to come up with, I wanted to create something different. So then we had already the vision. We had to create, you know, our our Facebook campaign. We also had to create in our website, you know, the page. And I was very inspired actually by the Museum of the Future, their wording and the, you know, clean design. And this is what I was trying to create when we designed the website page for the Pop Fashion Week. So then behind the scenes, I had to pick a song, you know, and I was like, okay, so how long it's going to take for each designer, how I'm going to build the slides. And, you know, it, like, we were meeting at 5:15, but believe me, even when we were alive, I was very happy, but I had to be like, I was getting messages, people were text messaging me. I also had to monitor everything what was happening in the chat and also on Facebook. And then after we were done, then I had to talk to my virtual assistants to say, okay, you take this, you post this on Facebook and Instagram, and then you posted this, you know, on, you know, YouTube and as a podcast. So there was a lot of things behind the scenes. And then I said, well, how about, I was looking actually the Sunday before the Pop Fashion Week, I was looking at the Professional Photographers of American magazine. And I started looking and I said, that's really cool. You can read the information and kind of, as we know, some people comprehend to seeing, some people comprehend to reading. I said, how about we create our own magazine? And then I said, oh, but we know PetPix. And thus it's a little crazy, we do everything our own way. So I said, well, then I guess I have to learn a new software. And you know, like, if I have the idea, I will do everything. The impossible things. I remember my husband asked me, so Vasi, what I'm doing? I'm like, learning a new software for PetPix Academy magazine for the Pup Fashion Week. He looked at me, he said, really? And I said, yeah, really. My people need to be highlighted, and we need to mark this like a big achievement. So then, you know, that's about the magazine. But again, challenge, as you know, being a foreigner, riding, it's not my best thing. So like, I had a lot of fun of designing it. I actually put a lot of days into thinking about the layout to make sure everyone is respected, everything is the way I feel it needs to be represented, and etc. It's a funny story, but you know, Mary Ellen, as you know, she's incredible. She's one of a kind designer. And 2 years ago, she said, Vasi, I believe in you. So she became a PetPix Academy admin. So the truth is, behind the scene, her and I, we almost speak every day. We actually had days we spoke 2 hours. That's for real. And so I said, listen, Mary Ellen, I'm thinking, how about we give certificates? So you're going to be laughing. And yeah, you see fingers, you know what, this is not perfect life. There are cars passing. I wanted just to be real, just to be Vasi. And this is true Vasi. This is Vasi. So I said, how about we do certificates? She said, sure. And I said, how about we do a certificate of appreciation? She said, so Vasi, listen, I know you're a foreigner. How about I would recommend to be a certificate of participation? And I said, sure. You know, so then I had to design, and you know, my amazing assistant, she designed some, but I said, well, I think I need to redesign it. So a few days later, I redesigned everything. And it was like an incredible journey. And that's why I wanted to share with you that behind the scenes, it's slightly different. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And, you know, it was so emotional to see each of you every day, you know, for 5 days. And we did the after party and then the magazine. And just, I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough for participating in the contest. I cannot thank you enough to each of the brands who became a sponsor and gave one of their beautiful things. And I cannot thank enough to all the furry parents, the babies, the incredible, very talented designer, because I'm a true believer that together we can make a difference. And I actually strategically wanted to show you. So I'll hold this. Do you see this thing here? This is the Lighthouse. This is the Lighthouse of Florida, and we are known with the Lighthouse, and I want to tell you the message. You are the light. And together we bring awareness and voice of the furry babies, of the pet fashion, help rescue organization, and make this life being beautiful and exciting. And that's why thank you so much for participating in PetPix Academy Pup Fashion Week. It has been an honor, and believe me, to be continued in September, or will be the fall Pup Fashion Week, and I cannot wait to have a lot of fun. So thank you, friends. Thank you for being with me on this journey, because you are special and you make it really special. Bye.